On this week's episode of What's Up Weekly, the IU traditional powwow took place this past weekend. Get a recap of the annual event.
And inflation has been affecting everything from gas to egg prices, and now a drink subscription service is the latest to fall victim. What's Up Weekly starts now.
Hello and welcome to What's Up Weekly. I'm Ella Rhodes.
And I'm Carly Rasmussen, and I'm so excited to be joined by Ella today.
Yes, sadly, Anna couldn't make it this week to our taping, but I'm so happy that we get to anchor a show together.
I know, before she graduates in the spring, in May, so we are counting down.
You were about to say spring, I'm like, oh my God,
I know,
we're in spring. We are in spring.
We are in spring,
Like
unfortunately.
4 weeks left, but it's okay.
It's okay.
I move on, it's okay.
Let's be happy.
Live in the moment. I guess. All right. Anyways, this past weekend, IU celebrated Native American culture and identity through a traditional powwow hosted by First Nations. The 12-hour event brought hundreds of visitors to dance to traditional music, participate in crafts, and celebrate Native American culture. The powwow also featured vendors offering jewelry, beaded purses, and other accessories to represent Native culture. All ages and nations are welcome to connect and learn from Indigenous people.
I mean, as a Native student who, it took a long time to reconnect, get involved with the culture. It's a time to heal, and it's a time to come together and just be in a place where you can be unapologetically Indigenous.
Guests of all generations and tribes come out to celebrate every year, and this year even brought IU President Pamela Whitten. Although this powwow is over, First Nations supports events like these throughout the year for all students and cultures.
This past Saturday, Fowler's Pumpkin Patch held their first ever spring Eggstravaganza to kickstart Easter celebrations. This event started at 4 p.m. and ended at 10 p.m. with plenty of festivities for everyone to partake in, along with the Easter egg hunt at 8 o'clock. There was live music, beverages, and food, as well as every person with a smile on their face. And you couldn't miss the large supply of prizes they had for the Easter egg hunt winners. One of the main prizes was $500 for the lucky person who found the first golden egg. And of course, they had the Easter Bunny in attendance for anyone who wanted a photo.
And this is a up-and-coming festival to do, is a Easter egg festival. So we just decided off the wall to do it this year, and this is our first year, and so far I feel like it's going to be a success.
It sure was a success, so mark your calendars for next year because it will definitely be something to look forward to for a fun time and a new spring tradition.
And we all know inflation has been on the rise, from gas prices to clothing costs to your groceries. But one item's price increase has hit some students close to home. Bloomington is stocked full of Circle K's, from right outside one campus to the other. The gas station convenience store offers deals on all their beverages, infamously known as Sip and Save. Anyone was able to get one free beverage a day from the store for $5.99 a month. However, due to inflation hitting U.S. prices, it has increased to $9.99 a month. Ooh, that's big. The price changes have left multiple students in distress and having to alter their daily routines.
Me and all my friends have Sip and Save. It's something that we do all together. So it was really honestly startling to see that this price went up because it's something we go to every single day.
Though just the Sip and Save members were impacted by the price change, who knows what next is going to be impacted, hopefully not coffee.
The historic Bloomington bookstore on the verge of closing has a new owner and a new future. Caveat Emptor is in the heart of downtown, just a short walk from campus. The bookstore is open to all visitors to stop by and check out their inventory. The store was set to close and sell all of their books, but a longtime Bloomington resident and her husband purchased the store in February. Owner Dania Thompson is excited for what lies ahead.
Well, we've made a few changes already, but we really want to keep the soul of the store the same. So it's been in Bloomington here 52 years, and we're just the third owners. So I have been saying to people, I don't even really feel like I own the place. I feel like I'm just the current steward of the store.
Dana and her husband Jared also own the Comedy Attic downtown. The store reopened in mid-March and is back open to the public.
Still to come on What's Up Weekly, the media school here at IU has launched a new podcast centered on faculty and their area of expertise.
We're joined in studio by the hosts of I'm No Expert when we come back.
All right, welcome back. Joining us in studio are members of the Media School's newest podcast, I'm No Expert.
Avraham, Forrest, and Natalie Ingalls are the host of the podcast. Thank you both so much for being here. We're so glad to have you.
Yes, thanks for having us.
Super excited.
Awesome. So to start out with, how did this podcast get started?
That's a good question.
Well, it kind of started with a job posting, really.
Yeah. Can you go into
yeah.
that? Explain that.
Well, as far as I know, I applied for the host role. I think the IU, just the university was trying to start a new podcast about media and just media research. It sounded fun. I recently got pretty seriously into podcasting. I worked for WFIU too.
Oh, cool.
And I thought it sounded really fun.
Yeah, we both took a podcasting class, and I don't know about you, but Alex Chambers wrote me a recommendation, so it kind of was born last semester, and it's been going since then.
So did you see the job posting as well, and you're like, oh, I'm interested in this?
I did. I saw the Canvas announcement, and I was like, I have to be part of this.
I have to sign up.
I have to.
Yes.
So what is the goal of the podcast? What do you really want to shine through as the hosts?
Well, it's sort of media research can be really confusing and just kind of really complicated. And I think the goal of our podcast is to make that, to make it less complicated. Like how does one faculty researcher's work impact the lives of the daily student or even just the daily listener?
For sure.
It's about taking, I think, the cool parts of faculty research and bringing it to students' attentions. So the goal is definitely the podcast is for undergraduate students who might be in these professors' classes and not quite know what the professor is an expert in. So it's a good way of getting to know, what these people actually do in a compact, short audio format. And I think it's fun to listen to. So
Awesome. So who is the coolest professor that you've talked to so far, and why?
well, we've only talked to one, but she was very cool.
Yeah. We talked about dirty media, which is essentially the smudges on your iPhone, the smudges on your computer, any of the dirt there and stuff like that. It turns out that means something, and it's actually something really cool. And it's also more of a conversation of how we keep our devices clean, what that means, what it means when tech companies are trying to make things cleaner, and also have those devices stay cleaner for longer. For example, if you had an Apple Watch, the latest development is that, hey, you can now go swimming with it. It's waterproof, or at the very least, it's going to stay cleaner. And things like that.
Mm-hmm. And that was with Dr. Rachel Plotnick.
Awesome.
Okay, great.
Definitely don't want to know about the germs on my phone and my watch. But
I'll stay in the dark on that.
Yeah, just don't tell me. But I was going to say, what are some of the other professors you're going to talk to this semester, if you can kind of hint at it or say?
Mm-hmm. We have one lined up.
Yeah, Jason, I believe it's pronounced Pfeiffer?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He is, right now I think he teaches an opinion class, but he's a media professor here. And we're talking with him, we're hopefully about our relationship with media and news and how we get it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So is the plan for you to find them, or is there a way that professors can kind of come to you and express interest in wanting to come on?
That'd be awesome if they came to us and expressed interest. But I think we're working with some really great media school faculty members who've done a really good job of pushing out the podcast to other faculty members at the media school. And so, we've been kind of reaching out to people and seeing their availabilities, but the hope is that these other professors listen and want their work summarized in the same way. So, hopefully in the future we have people knocking on our doors.
Yeah, that's great.
So are you guys the only students involved, or do other students edit the podcast and do it with you, or how can other students get involved if they want to?
Our roles, technically I'm the producer, so I do a lot of the after interview stuff. I'm the person who edits it, while Avraham is the one actually conducting the interview. But.
Yeah, and there's some parts where we work together, obviously scheduling meetings, getting together, researching, choosing who exactly we're talking to. But in short, I'm the host. I do a lot of the pre-interviews and also just talking to the sources, and they do all the wonderful processing and editing. It's really...
I'm sure it's really very tedious. I mean,
Yeah, well, it's good when you, like our first podcast, the interview went for an hour, which meant we had a lot to work with.
Yeah,
but
It's a lot of time.
I know, I tried to condense it into 15 minutes, but it's hard sometimes to figure out. Like, it all is, I was there for the actual conversation and it was all interesting. So figuring out, what actually belongs in the final product was definitely a struggle. But we also composed, I want to mention it because it's cool, we also composed the intro theme song.
Oh, that's sweet.
Which is fun. So I did a little singing, and Avraham put a little electric guitar over it.
Oh,
So yeah, that's
some
probably-
musically talented media students in there. I
Seriously.
love it. Oh my gosh, so fun.
So how can we listen to the podcast and the intro music?
Ooh.
You can go on to, right now it's Spotify, right? And I think we
Okay.
have a SoundCloud.
Mm-hmm. IU Media School, search it up. I'm No Expert will pop up. Turns out there's a lot of other podcasts called I'm No Expert as well. We did not know that until we posted the first episode, but you can find us directly by searching IU Media School. So
Well, that is so awesome. It's so exciting that it's all happening right here at IU. Thank you guys so much for coming in.
thank you for having us.
And thank you again. Still to come on What's Up Weekly, we have the latest this week's trending topics.
Including the verdict in the trial involving actress Gwyneth Paltrow and the winners from this year's Country Music Awards. Stay with us. Welcome back to What's Up Weekly. Let's get into this week's trending topics. Over the weekend, a verdict was reached in a celebrity trial case.
That's right. Gwyneth Paltrow was on trial following a claim she injured a man while skiing in 2016. Plaintiff Terry Sanderson claims she ran into him while skiing at Deer Valley Resort in Park City, Utah. Paltrow countered the claims, saying it was Sanderson who ran into her. On Thursday, the civil trial jury in Utah sided with the actress, ruling her not liable, while also ruling in favor of her counterclaim. Following the verdict, Sanderson said he was, quote, very disappointed with the turnout. And as for Paltrow, well, she wished him well while exiting the courtroom. That's right, and the Country Music Awards were on Sunday, and Shania Twain took the time to call attention to inequalities in the industry.
The Man I Feel Like a Woman singer is looking for more equity and diversity for country music. She even referenced her biggest hit when accepting her Equal Play Award. Twain said, quote, when I wrote the phrase, man, I feel like a woman, end quote, I honestly had no idea at the time it would become an undercurrent of a decades-long career. It's amazing how one statement can empower so many, end quote. Also in the awards show, Twain performed a cappella with the Boykins, an African-American singing group, after she presented an award on stage. And Vogue Philippines just revealed its newest cover model, and it might not be what you're expecting.
That's exactly right, Carly. The front page model is a 106-year-old woman. Apo Wangodi, who also goes by Maria Ogay, is a Filipina tattoo artist from the mountainous area Buscalan. During her teenage years, her father taught her how to create hand-dipped tattoos. After that, she never stopped. Wangodi is labeled the country's oldest Kalinga tattoo artist. Now she's passing along the tradition to her grandnieces. The 106-year-old is the oldest person ever to be featured on the cover of Vogue.
It's insane.
And that's what's up this week. Tune in next week for more local and entertainment news.
Be sure to follow us on social media. You can follow us on Instagram and Twitter at iOS TV News.
For What's Up Weekly, I'm Ella Rhodes.
And I'm Carly Rasmussen. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.